Okay, so here in this video, we're gonna go over the Maya little GUI thing we got going on here. We'll go over some of the basic commands and just shit that you see here on the screen. So first, when you start up, you're gonna see the animation and be under general. Right here, these are the camera views. This is your poly count. This is your axis directions or origin, and this is your view cube. So now you can just click on the camera icons to move it around, which is what Hamster tends to do, or
Shut
you
up.
could do it another way like I do, and just hold down your Alt key and left click. Left click, it'll make you tumble, and clicking your middle mouse button lets you pan around, zoom in and out. It's pretty awesome. So if you go to display, go to your heads up display. This is where you can turn on or turn off these different views. You can also turn on other things if you want to, however I never use them. Being as you're doing TF2 items, poly count you'll probably want on. So most likely, well, most of the time you're going to be in polygons. We don't use surfaces, and I'll show you why. It's because they're NURBs and they're pretty fucking disgusting. Subdivisions I don't like to use because they just give me issues and they're not as smooth. Also, you could do a little bit more with them. So here you go. We got a nice little sphere going on. You can see right through it. You can see the wireframe.
Is that how you're supposed to make a sphere? I have never done that, ever. I have never, ever done that.
Yep, that's how you make a sphere. And then these are the different buttons for changing the wireframe. You have the lights, you have the shadow, you have the quality. I usually keep it on high quality, but it really makes no difference when you're rendering it. It's just how you see it. So I always keep it smooth shaded, and I usually keep the wireframe off unless I'm trying to like match up faces and shit like that. So you have your select tool like every program has, and you have your lasso tool, which I've never used in my life. Here you have your move tool. You can see it, you know, moving shit around and all that. It's great. You have your rotate tool, which can be used in multiple ways. You can click on an axis and rotate something around, or you could go over and type the actual degrees in where you want it to rotate. And I've seen it go all the way up to a value of 1,000. It's weird. Or you can click in between them and have kind of a free rotating gyro thing. Although I don't like to use it because a lot of times it fucks up and shit just gets crazy.
Messy.
Yeah. So here you have your scale tool, and as you can see, you're scaling the different axes. So you can change it however you want. And then in the middle, you have a proportional scale, so that way everything moves together. This right here is one of my favorite things to use. This is the universal manipulator. Instead of rotating something on its own axis, you can rotate it on a common axis or the opposite axis from where you're clicking. So as you can see, it's almost like the sphere is actually tied to an axis to rotate on for each individual one.
Wow.
So now
I
you can make it
also
flat.
never even seen that. You're crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. I love using it. When you have multiple objects combined together, it's great to use. So now we'll go in the right-click menu. Here you see Edge, Vertex, Space, and Object Mode. This is all you have to worry about. So here with Edge, it lets you select an edge, so that way you can just grab that one line and edit it however you want. This is kind of like what Hamster probably used for his Pac-Man face. Now here you have Vertex, which is the common node which all the faces, the rectangles you see, combine. Now you can use this to make spikes. So here we got a little nose going on. Let's make a little spike coming out of its head, and let's toss a couple more spikes in there. Now the thing with this is you can only move on the 3 axis. You can't move diagonally, so if you want to do something diagonally, you have to move one way and then move the other way. However, you can also click on the box in the middle and drag it wherever the fuck you want, but I never do that because it fucks things up.
Yeah.
So now you're seeing the face tool, which lets you select individual faces, the rectangles, and then manipulate those how you want. And now you can see it move the entire box out instead of just one point or one line. So now move it over, give this thing some crazy eyes and a little retarded-ass beak, and it's got some spiky head thing going on. And then you got object mode, which just selects the entire thing so you can move and manipulate the entire thing instead of individual parts of it.